Divine Spirit and gracious Creator, we're all here to open ourselves up unconditionally to your divine assistance and continued direction. As well as receiving your healing and guidance, we are fully open and ready to receive and notice signs and blessings. We are truly grateful and thank you. Amen. Please settle your minds and focus on your crown chakra. And when you are ready, open it for Spirit to supply you with its source of energy. As it enters your crown chakra, allow it to rebalance all your chakras, starting with the crown chakra, moving on to the brow chakra, down to the throat chakra, and then onto the heart chakra. Continue working its way down to the solar plexus chakra, further down to the sacral chakra, and down to the root chakra. Allow the spirit energy source to visit all your minor chakras to maximize our potential in this circle. Let the energy settle in your body. And when you are ready, move your focus back to your heart chakra and start linking with all other members of this circle unconditionally. Set your intentions on the tasks we agreed, please, to maximize our ability to make the links to spirits that we need to achieve. We have come together on the earth plane with the purpose of receiving answers to our questions from our spirit guides and advisors that are happy to link with us. I would like to start by introducing members of our circle tonight. My name is Neil, and with me today is Pam, Claire, Adrian, Nikki, Ashley, Donna, and Claire. I would like to welcome all members of the Spirit Circle and thank you for believing in us. As we try to lift our energy levels sufficiently to enable you to bridge and make contact through our mediums, we are focusing and offering the opportunity to link through us. Please link directly through your choice of medium. And if you're happy to link through another medium at the same time as another soul from Spirit does, please do so. Where possible, we would respectfully appreciate confirmation that we have achieved a successful link through either a sense of doing so, or even more grateful to hear the spoken word itself. As we try to lift our energy levels in our own circle, and with the help of our own guides and others in spirit, we look forward to making the connection to the Spirit Circle. When we have achieved that, could you confirm when you are ready for questions to be put to you, please?
All our spirit guides are here with us to help us. We have a lot of love. Do not hold back. You're being protected. as the vibration is being higher. There's a lot of healing being sent around the circle.
Embrace your feelings.
Do not be afraid.
You are releasing and feeling exactly what you need at this time.
You're in safe hands. We're all starting to blend as one now.
How come? When your mind is at peace, your heart is at peace.
Thank you for that. Welcome to our circle.
Thank you for letting us join us.
Do you need any more time to blend or?
No, we are one.
Wonderful. Before we start, can I just thank you and all the spirit guides and healers that brought healing to our circle.
It is our pleasure. We accept your thanks, but it is not needed. It is our love that we give.
And that's how we take it. Thank you. I'm sorry. What name would you like to go by tonight?
My name is Sirok.
Sirup, did you say?
Sirok.
Thank you. And as a start, Sirach, what was your last time on the earth plane? Roughly when and how did you live and what did you learn during that lifetime?
The place that I lived is not on your maps.
Was it on the earth plane?
Yes, it was, but your Earth did not look like it currently does.
Okay. So could I describe it as that place has been lost in time? Is that a fair way to describe it?
Yes, this will be lost.
Will it ever be found again?
Unfortunately not.
Okay. How far back are you going, Sirach?
The beginning.
Okay. What does the beginning really mean?
The time when travelers came and settled.
Do you mean travelers from other planets?
Yes, we
Okay.
traveled.
Okay. Did you come from another planet then? Were you one of the originals?
Yes,
Okay. What was your purpose then?
my purpose was to map the area to create the spark for life to begin.
Okay. What created the spark for you to embark on that journey then?
It was a combination of energies brought together
Okay.
and groups of us to create advanced life.
Okay. So what sort of vessel were you in at the time, or were you just pure energy?
My vessel was similar to as you stand now,
Okay.
but we was of a different size proportion.
would that have been bigger, what was referred to as a giant, or smaller?
You would class us as giants.
Okay, thank you. So would you have been, how can I put this, considered godlike to the life that was created?
I like the way you put this. But there is only one that would be classed as God.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't mean
But
it
I
like that.
understand, yes. You would see us as something above you.
Yeah.
But we are not. Just further down the tree, down the journey.
So is it fair to say you would have been the creator's ambassadors?
I like the vocabulary you are using, Dizzy. Yes. Couldn't put that any better myself.
Thank you. Are you happy if I jump into some of my questions?
Yes, it is wonderful to hear the birdsong behind you, Neil.
Yeah, I must admit, I heard that, yeah. A question that's come up just before we all joined the circle, but one of our group was given a message from Spirit. And the message was to make sure they stroked the white horse. Is there any way you can help interpret that for us?
They needed to reach out and touch what they saw.
Okay,
The interpretation of their white horse is just something that is deep set in their mind for them.
okay,
I would say, if you used to ask them, that they reached out. That the horse was there.
and by doing so, will that release them from something and make it more bearable?
Yes.
Thank you. As I
This
said,
was at a soul level. It is what was needed.
good. Okay, thank you.
This will help the soul come into greater contact, more in depth than they ever thought was needed. This will relieve the self-doubt and give way to self-love and self-meaning for them.
Thank you for saying that. When I pass that on, I'm sure that will help them hugely.
They chose a very difficult journey this time round. Greater than they thought that. Without saying too much.
Yeah.
One of your sayings from back in spirit, they probably bit off a little bit more than they could chew. But this will now change. The journey, the train has now got back on the track. and is in alignment and will become more aligned. We used all your love and ours this evening. You all would have felt this at the beginning. You all do such a wonderful job in all your different ways. We love coming to answer your questions and we love coming to heal you. But if healing is what is needed, healing is what is given. No thanks is needed, no apologies. You are all from the same family group. I will be allowed to tell you this.
That's very reassuring.
This time was meant to be. For you all to help each other at this point in your lives.
Okay, Sirach, I'll just start with some other questions if that's okay.
That is fine.
Okay. Is it true that our souls are always equipped to deal with everything that is thrown at us in life? And if so, how do we find our solutions and tools to do so?
Your souls are equipped, but they are not equipped for everything. For
Okay.
this is the journey they are also learning. The tools are all around you. They are you. They are your friends and your family. Some people in life do not like to ask for help for others. But this is part of life's journey, to connect with one another, as well as knowing yourself, is to connect with one another and help each other on these journeys. So the tools are yourself and each other.
So presumably when the time is right, we learn how to unlock the tools that we need if we keep a clear mind.
Yes, if that is possible.
Okay.
There will always be a point, though, in your life where clarity will come to you. But I will say this will not always be at its darkest. It could be clarity that will come when you are most happy.
Yep, I can understand that.
A lot believe that this clarity comes at the darkest point. This is not so. It comes when it is needed.
Can we get life enjoyment purely through the success of others around us?
Yes, if you can withhold the jealousy,
Okay.
the green-eyed monster. I like that saying. It has changed many times over the centuries. But if you do not let yourself get in the way, it is always nice to see others enjoying, getting on, learning, like the children as they're growing.
Yeah.
Don't forget the compliments.
Hello there, my friend.
Hello. How you doing? You alright? I'm not staying in for too long.
Hello, Ethos.
Neil, how you doing?
I'm doing
Had a
fine.
bit of a complication at the beginning. I'm so sorry.
It's no problem. You look after us, so that's fine.
Yes, yes. Compliments, compliments. Yes, yes.
Should we always live our lives in the here and now, or is daydreaming beneficial?
All three. If you do not daydream, you do not come up with ideas.
Okay.
Living in the here and now is good. Procrastination is not.
For those of us that have trouble daydreaming, how should they detach themselves from reality? You know, what would you recommend they do to achieve that state?
This is quite onto an individual's basis, because daydreaming is a way of manifestation, looking and thinking what you would like, where you'd want to go. But expectations can get in the way.
Does expectation actually disguise, you know, other benefits that we perhaps miss?
Well, I probably wouldn't say disguises benefits,
Okay.
but I'm trying to make this into a simple answer.
Okay.
The expectation is the view of the individual and the view that they have been taught when growing up,
All right. Okay.
which would lead to them also daydreaming of what others have. But it is healthy to daydream, but here and now is a better option. And understanding oneself better is the best way to go.
Okay. Can we really manifest solutions to our human problems, or really, if it's focus on the here and now, is it just a case of working through them?
Manifestation does work, but it is because of the positive mindset. If you can release the negativity from it, you naturally will just have more ambition to do and energy to do these things. And sometimes you think it is coming to you, but it is you going to it. Does that make sense?
That's probably what I meant by, you've got to work towards it. So if manifestation, listening to your words there, it's sort of saying that gives you the focus, the ambition, but as if to say you've got to apply the effort, if that makes sense.
The saying, you get nothing in life is for free in your new modern world.
Yeah.
So if it is material things you are after, you need to work for them. But not work as in your everyday work.
No.
It is just the effort you put in.
Yeah, I can understand that philosophy completely. Okay. When we make this is a sort of saying, but when we make our bed, why do we have to lie in it? Have we actually caused it, the situation ourselves in the main?
This is a saying that comes from negativity. Again.
Okay.
That when somebody upsets somebody, they have to reap what they upset them by.
Okay.
This saying has gone on for a very long time. It is never mentioned when something positive has happened. You will never hear somebody say that saying after something positive. It is always negative. So no, you do not have to make your bed and lie in it. Unless, of course, you like getting into a messy bed, Neil.
I like that. I like that analogy. Okay.
Just think more of the outcome from your actions.
Yeah.
There are sayings that words cannot hurt you, but words can be the most hurtful things to people. There are old school sayings of sticks and stones may break my bones.
Yeah.
But words can do just as bad.
I think in the world we live in at the moment, words are probably a root cause of many things.
Yes.
Probably more so than when I was a child.
The world is changing. In some ways, not for good.
Yeah.
In
Very
terms
complex.
of of the mindfulness,
Yeah.
the mental strengths, people get too upset by the actions of others. And especially those that they do not meet or even know.
Yeah.
They let them upset them for something they've said, instead of ignoring it.
No, I've seen that, and I can understand that.
There is many a young soul that we have seen recently that have cut their journey short because of this behavior.
Yeah. What's caused it? Well, why has it increased?
It has increased because as much as people have tried to help with putting more laws and rules in place, it has helped on one hand, but hindered with another.
Mm,
People then rely on the word of the law or the rules. You can say this and you can't say that. You are a free being. It is your life. Yes, as I said, words can hurt. But if you are using your words correctly, you should be able to say what you feel and see. You can have a very good conversation without being offensive to anybody. And if said in the right way, people should not get offended. As also people have become so it is their opinions that count, and they do not see the other opinions of others.
yeah, I must admit that. In a lot of cases, many people can't agree to differ in
It is-
opinion. I mean, they
Yes.
can't live with it.
You need to just say, this is my opinion or thought, and that
Yep.
is yours, and that is it.
Couldn't agree more. I'm pleased you've registered that. Okay. In our lives at the moment, is money the root of all evil, or is that just an excuse?
It has become, I would not say it's the root of all evil, as you would say, but
Yeah.
by now, with what has gone on over the last couple of your centuries, where the divide got close, it is now stretching out. There are those that have got far too much. They will never be able to enjoy really what they've got. And they should help others to enjoy what they have. Some that do not have enough food to fill their bellies, and others just wasting their food. Greed is a very fickle thing.
The irony is I've seen people who have a lot of money But when you come close to them, they don't seem to be content or any more content than anyone else.
It's because they have got used to collecting it.
Yeah.
And they're not spending it.
Yep.
They become like those we've done. Concentrate too much on just holding it rather than doing something with it.
Yeah.
You die with nothing on you. You come into the life with nothing on you. You leave with nothing on you. People forget this.
I mean, everybody knows that. I mean, a common saying is you can't take it with you, but it doesn't seem to affect people. But it needs to, you want them to think about that.
People need to think about this more. Yes, you can help your children and your family if you have enough riches.
Yeah.
I say riches, but if you have enough, but they still have their own journeys to lead. They are born the same as you and anybody else. And that journey will be that journey regardless of how you feel you are helping. You find those that are brought up with excess are the ones that are most troubled as children.
Right. Okay.
When they become into adulthood, they do not know the meaning of life properly. They have everything handed to them on a plate.
Yeah.
They do not know humbleness.
So whose fault is that? Is that a fault of their conditioning with the family they were born into, or is it their fault, or a combination?
This would be a fault of the parent.
Okay.
Or guardians.
Yeah.
It goes from down from family to family.
Yeah. But sometimes the cycles do get broken, don't they? Which is a good sign.
If that cycle wants to be broken, they'll break it.
Yeah. Okay.
Not all cycles can be broken.
Okay.
Not everybody knows how to love. Not everybody knows how to share. Not everybody knows how to show compassion.
Is that the reason why those souls are here, to try and learn that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Am I still talking to Ethos, or is that someone else?
No, ethos is gone.
All right, I beg your pardon.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Do you have a name to go with, please?
I do. I rather not say at the moment.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Slightly different question now. Are you able to describe or allowed to describe some of the other living vessels in the universe, please? You know, conceptually, that we should open our minds to. Maybe for the future.
All you need to know at this time is that there are others out there watching you, observing when the time is right. The numbers will know about it.
Presumably some of our humans know about it already.
Yes, they do.
But not as many as you think.
So whose decision is it, you know, not to expose the truth?
We're not allowed to say.
Okay. Please accept that I'm never being disrespectful to you when I ask questions like that. So,
No,
We
we
do
know.
take it.
okay.
We will only answer what we can answer.
Yeah, and I accept that fully. Thank you. Why do some human souls have such strong beliefs and others do not? I'm always amazed when I come across people. Some are enthusiastic about their beliefs and others are so much apathy.
This is down to the individual, but also down to the families that teach them and show them a way, guide them. But also you do have the others that do not believe in so many things. They turn, as you call, blind eye.
Yeah.
Until something actually happens to them in their life. Then they may believe.
Yeah, I understand. I can understand that.
You cannot force somebody to believe something that you believe in.
Yeah, I understand that fully. But when you said, you know, sometimes it can be down to the families and their upbringing, but who's working on the families to create a change? Probably a change that's necessary. I think more people are thinking about beliefs, particularly after life on the earth plane, than ever before, but there's still a long way to go.
Yes, that is true. But it is our ancestors.
Okay.
So that is where the chain is. It goes back a long, long, long way. And it is the parents that actually gives them the information. And it is down the chain. That's what I mean.
Is that a form of brainwashing? Be it
No.
good or bad?
No, not
All right.
not brainwashing. No, it is carrying their beliefs on.
Okay.
But obviously, as you grow, everybody has their own individual intake of things. So when you are older, you have your own beliefs. You may follow.
Yeah.
You may follow what you've been told, or you may go down the other route.
No, I can understand that, because when I was young, you were obviously influenced by how you were brought up. And in a roundabout way, I rebelled against those beliefs and found my own. But that doesn't happen to everyone, does it?
No. Sometimes you can be brainwashed.
Okay.
Your experiences as well.
Yeah.
Can have an impact on your belief.
I know when my wife was alive, and we exchanged views at times within the family. It's not that she didn't believe. She would never say she would believe, but she wanted to believe. And in fairness, that's where it stayed at her level. Now, as you know, she's in spirit now, so she knows different. And which is, she's waited a long time to find that out, I suppose.
She laughs it. She laughs at the way that she used to think. But now the way she's able to join and communicate with you now.
She has the evidence, where before there was no evidence.
Yeah, I mean, but that I would argue with anyone that with a belief, you can't have evidence. That's what the word is. It's a belief, isn't it? So, and a lot of people struggle with that. They struggle with that statement.
It is a strong word, belief.
Yeah. And it, as I said, but when you've got it, it provides you with so much strength. That's my own opinion.
But there's also a lot of knowledge also.
Yeah. Okay. But presumably some of the knowledge gets shared through your intuition, which is presumably, now I understand more, talking to my higher self, my inner self.
Yes, this is right.
Thank you. Okay. Who makes our wishes come true? Because some wishes do come true, but who does it?
It is a combination of yourselves and spirit. Is what I am allowed to say.
So presumably spirit will influence us or help us, providing it's in line with the objective of why we chose this life. Is that my right interpretation?
Yes.
Okay.
When it is needed.
Yeah. Was life ever meant to be consistent?
Nothing is consistent in life.
Well, that's what I would have said. I'm glad you said that, but it's whether it was ever meant to be.
There's no other answer.
Okay, thank you. Once upon a time is the start of the child's fairy tale, but is life ever meant to be a fairy tale? I don't
think
see it, but
I think everybody thinks that life is a fairy tale, but this is not true.
yeah.
The things goes wrong in their people's lives. People have different lives. People have different ways to go. Their life is different. Their journeys are different.
Are some things in life engineered to, let's say, expose that experience?
Could you repeat that again, please, Neil?
Yeah. Are things that happen in our lives engineered to and designed to expose us to situations that maybe we wouldn't have normally experienced? I suppose, does it always tie in with, the reason for us having the life?
Things are meant to be that are meant to be. Engineered? No. But if you are in that place when it is meant to happen, you will experience it.
Okay.
Please excuse me. I will be back in a minute.
Okay. I don't know if you have knowledge, but there was a film made called The Adjustment Bureau. And I suppose a question on that is, was that a fair representation of the role, a creative representation of the role of spirit guides on the earth plane? Basically having the purpose of ensuring that individual lives of people followed the pattern that they were meant to. I found it quite thought-provoking. So
Yes, this is a very good representation. Of a guide's purpose.
okay. I was enthralled by it because I have I'm interested in deep subjects like that, but not everyone is. They just saw it as their favorite actors were in the film, but I didn't view it like that at all. Okay. And the more I'm involved with these question and answer sessions, the more it comes back into my mind so I can see the links. Okay. Let me change tact again. Why do Spirit and Mother Nature allow human wars to continue on the Earth planet? And is it also used to control human numbers?
They are quite close to the truth there with your statements, Neil.
Okay.
We can intervene when we need to, but things have to happen on their own as well. And some
Okay.
things do happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Like it or not, unfortunately. Some things happen too quickly, and other things seem to take more time than they should.
Yeah.
But evolution is what it is.
I mean, it's very hard to accept sometimes, but I just believe there's purposes in most things that happen. So
It has to be this way.
we don't understand why.
But it is not just your planet that goes through these troubles.
Okay. Thank you.
It is not just the human species on the earth that goes through this.
Okay. Right.
If you look closely at your animals, the insects,
Yeah.
the fish in the sea, the very same things happen. They still have conflict. Things happen to them that shouldn't.
When things happen that shouldn't, then is that when spirit go into a backup plan to try and recover the situation?
Yes, spirit
Okay.
will act if things do not look like they are going in the right direction.
Okay. Yeah. So when taking it to another degree, when human souls get corrupted so easily, is that sometimes just a reason to stir things up? You know, is that a form of evolution in itself to get things moving?
It can be, is all I can say to that.
Okay. Yeah, no, again, it can be, that can happen when it wasn't meant to happen, presumably, but when you look back, you can actually see a result that came out of it. Okay.
Nothing is perfect.
Yeah.
And that is a reason. There'd
Okay.
be no purpose to things being perfect.
Yeah. No, and we've had that discussion before. I fully understand that. Now, we understand that a different subject entirely now, that some extraterrestrials choose to live amongst us and are generally undetected, but do they live according to our laws of their own, or in their own communities?
It is a split between their own beliefs and rules that they come amongst you to live. But then as they're living a human life or of another animal species,
Yeah.
it is to mimic and live as that life they are taking.
Okay.
It is to interact and observe.
Okay. Who do they report back to?
You would have to ask them that, Neil.
I would if I knew any. And I think, you know, I would if I knew. I mean, are some of our ruling elite actually undetected extraterrestrials here on the Earth plane? That's a little bit controversial, but it is floated about.
I have not the answer for this one, Neil.
Okay.
There are some things we cannot say.
Yep. Again, I've understand that as well. Thank you. I won't push it. Are UFOs from our future or other planets or both?
Can you just repeat that, please?
Yeah. Are UFOs, do they come from our future or do they come from other planets or are they from the future and other planets?
They're from other planets.
Okay.
They are coming to observe
Yeah.
what we do.
Okay. Yeah.
They're not from the future,
Okay. Thank you.
as the future's not even been made. Tomorrow is the future.
But tomorrow never comes.
This is true. You're very clever, Neil.
Not always. Sometimes too clever for my own good. Can spirit ever get called back to their spiritual home, which causes their previously planned life on the earth plane to end prematurely?
No. This is not allowed.
Okay.
Once you are in that life, you're living, that life will live. You will
Yep.
lead that life until it is its time.
Okay. But do sometimes things happen to souls on the earth plane that were never envisaged that take them back to spirit? You know, for instance, if someone say someone was murdered, that may not have been planned. It just happened.
Yes, this does happen, but
Okay.
no
But it's
spirit
not
will
through
ever
their
be-
own doing that. Yeah,
No.
what you're saying is you're not called back, it's because it's just happened. Okay.
Yes, this is never be allowed to happen.
Okay.
There would be no need.
Fine.
As much as we have our roles and our jobs,
Yeah.
there is more than enough of us around to deal with any situation
Okay.
for somebody never to be called back.
Okay.
And don't forget, Neil, you are never fully in the life of a vessel. There is always a part of you that's in spirit.
So even though I'm a man on earth, it means I can multitask in spirit.
This is correct.
Oh, that'll please some of the ladies. Okay. Hearing
Then
that.
again, you could be a lady in spirit with multitasking.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Touche. I like that one.
So does she.
How does spirit interpret evil? and then deal with it if they do interpret it.
In spirit world, there's no such thing as evil. That is on your earth plane.
Yeah, but how would you interpret, you know, something as being evil on the earth plane then?
A chain of somebody breaking all the rules of a negative way.
Okay.
Yes, you could do one as your evil acts, as you would say.
Yeah.
But for somebody to get to this point, it would have been a build-up, negative actions previous to this.
What's their guide?
Premeditated thought.
Yeah. What's their guide's role in that situation though? How does the guide react with them, or attempt to anyway, to avoid that?
For a human that does this, to get to this point, the guide can only do their best to reduce it.
Yeah.
At this point in a human's life, that soul and its guide has lost the control it should have.
So is that suggesting they've lost their connection, their natural connection?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It is my time to leave, Neil.
All right, Sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate
Thank you
it.
for letting me join you this
Yeah,
evening.
you're very welcome. We are privileged when we make these connections.
Our love will be shared through your group. And not just this evening, we will carry this through for the next few days as needed to
Good.
those. Thank you once again.
Thank you for answering my prayer on that.
I hope to join you again soon.
Okay. Safe journey.
Neil, I'm going to have to go. Ethos is just actually pulled me back in.
Okay. Well, again, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. It has been my pleasure. I will tell you, I am from the higher.
Okay. Well, thank you, for blessing us with your presence.
It has been very good. I have enjoyed so much of it.
Good.
It's been lovely. I was allowed to come down. So now I must go. I'm not
Right.
allowed to stay on my own. So that's why I have to go, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, thank you.
So I am going to say God bless and thank you.
And take our blessings with you back to our spirit teams, please.
I will say one thing, Neil. You're all doing a marvelous job. Everyone, each of you.
As you know, we're all learning. We're just doing the best we can.
Yes, and we see that. And each week you come in, you're getting stronger and stronger. Sometimes don't take the hiccups a bad thing. The hiccups are the learning curves.
Okay.
So do not think that you have failed, because you haven't.
No. Okay.
With that, I am going to go. And thank you. I've been here too long on my own, not allowed to be on my own. So thank you. Must go. Bye-bye.
All right. Safe journey back. Time for us now to finish today's question and answer session. We would like to thank Spirit for being here to guide us and working directly with us. That includes our personal guides and for the additional advisors that have joined us here today to give us the benefit of their wisdom. Thank you for your continued support, which we all fully do appreciate and value. We look forward to linking up again with you next time. Before we close the link, we hope you don't mind us spending a few minutes of our time exploring our personal direct links with Spirit. 2 to 3 minutes, everyone, before I call you back into the room. Time now to refocus on your crown chakras, please. And as and when you have, close it down to break your link with Spirit. Move any residual energy you don't need down from your crown chakra to your brow chakra, onto your throat chakra and then to your heart chakra. Take it further down to your solar plexus chakra and onto your sacral chakra and then to your root chakra. Allow this surplus energy to move down through your legs and body to your feet and ground yourself on Mother Earth, please. When you're sufficiently grounded and in your own time, gently and slowly bring your attention back into the room.